stopping the cuckoo.
What?
I'm stopping the cuckoo.
You're stopping the voodoo?
The cuckoo clock.
Oh, the cuckoo.
She thought I said the voodoo.
Please don't stop the cuckoo.
Please don't stop the voodoo.
Please don't stop the cuckoo.
That was for Dead Island 3. Please don't stop the voodoo.
All right, hey everybody, it's 2026. I am Griffin Hoffmann. This is Boss Barrel Radio, a podcast about video games, and with me is Geoff Brewer and Collin Connett.
Howdy!
Hey fellers, it's that time of the year where we remember to podcast and see our shadow and come out and talk about video games.
Real quick, Puxatawny Phil, F, Marry, Kill. I know this is not how you play the game, but...
like a famous groundhog.
Is he wired or tired?
Oh, yeah, big time wired.
I saw more animosity towards Puxatawny Phil than I've ever seen on the TL.
Actually, you know what? I take my answer back. He is tired because everybody's getting a pardon these days, so you're not original anymore, Woodchuck guy.
I don't really understand what that means, but I'm just saying.
Oh, maybe I was thinking of the turkey that gets a pardon.
Oh yeah, they pardon the turkey.
He's the
yes,
Groundhog Day one.
Yeah, does the groundhog get some sort of like ombudsman award or something like that?
I think everyone just hates the groundhog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just want to kill the groundhog.
Well, after they F the groundhog.
That's a different corner of the internet. I was going to say, Pokemon hasn't been announced yet. We're not effing any groundhogs.
Rule 34!
Y'all watch the Super Bowl? There was a Pokemon commercial.
I did the most American thing and did my taxes during the Super Bowl.
I thought you were going to say something about Turning Point USA.
Oh, no.
Very sad.
No.
You could do the other most American thing, which is don't do your taxes and watch the Turning Point.
Yeah, that would be the most American thing, wouldn't it?
Commit tax evasion.
Yeah.
Scrub your name from the Epstein files.
Classic. The neo most American thing.
Hey, yeah, so it is 2026, Griff.
It sure
they're
is.
still making games.
Somehow, against all odds, they still do seem to be making video games, and we're doing our best to keep playing them.
Yeah. I have this one system. It's called the Switch 2, and that's where I play my games.
Cool.
Are there other systems?
There are plenty of other systems. Yes. Well, actually, the other system got canceled and delayed this year. The Steam box did. So.
Oh, so sad.
I think we got a pushback on that time frame, which is supposed to be Q1, Q2 this year, and now it's kind of softly nudged back into the late nethers of the quarters of the year.
But it's worth it because thanks to using all of the world's RAM, we have an image of Steve Harvey as Shrek.
And it's beautiful. It was worth the rainforest.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah. It's convincing.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm just looking forward to that Steam controller as something to give a shot. Because I already have a PC in which I've been playing some games. But, Geoff, you are playing games on another device, Switch 2. Anything you want to talk about here?
Sure. I mean, I'll touch base. So I think last time we met, several fortnights ago, before Chapel Rowan was in it. She's in it now, guys.
She's so hot.
It's hot to go, they say. I was playing Dragon Quest 1 and 2, HD 2D, Remake, all the words. I finished that. And
nice.
I got to the post game, and I fought the dragon, and I was like, I hate this. I still hate this dragon. I almost beat the dragon, and then he fought, family friendly. He screwed me.
Yes, he does like to do that at the end.
Hey, we do have the explicit tag. You may as well use it.
All right, he fucked me. Didn't even wine and dine me.
Did he breathe on you too much?
He might have breathed on me. I don't remember, man. I just, I was like maxing that game out. I got every mini medal. I was having a good time. It was very hard, but I was in it to the end, beat the game, and then I was like, I wonder what the post game is. And I looked into it, and I started to do it, and then I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to do this. So
I support that decision, Geoff. Fuck post-game content.
Did you do other final boss, at least? For real ending?
No, is it worth doing?
Oh,
I've
it's
read
super
about
worth it.
Sounds pretty wild.
I know
the twists and turns.
Okay, I mean, if you already know what happens, because you played Dragon Quest III before, yeah.
Yeah, and I also played Dragon Quest XI, which apparently is relevant to this.
Yeah, it's all intertwined.
Do they show the connection to 11 specifically, or is it implied?
No, it's just implied. The only time they show the connection between 3 and 11 is at the end of 11. The cinematic at the end of
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Great game, though. I really liked it. Very, very hard on Draconian Quest.
Yeah.
Like, just consistently quite challenging. They really got me using all those soul sigil attacks at the end. I realized that I'm a noob loser because I didn't know that Paranel, or whatever the princess's name is the best attacker. Did you know this?
For physical attacking?
She apparently has the highest physical output potential.
That's not what I was doing with her.
I mean, she's a magic user.
Yeah.
But apparently, if you're if you're elite, then you actually you give her all your strength seeds, and you have her do her soul sigil attacks, and she can put out tons of damage.
No, that's not what I was doing with her. I was using my multi feat with main character.
Oh, yes. So I also used the multi-fists or whatever, and all the guides were like, use cutting edge, and I was like, the damage is just lower.
Yeah, cutting edge it's good damage, but you get 4 crit chances with multi-fists.
Yeah.
And then
I feel like,
do Aegon with Matilda, and then you oomph, and then you do your thing, yep.
Yeah, I was doing all that.
Yeah.
It was fun. Like I said, I had a great time with it. I think my assessment, when all is said and done, is if you don't love classic RPGs, you probably can just skip the whole series. But I really liked it a lot. Was it a little overlong, perhaps? But it was also just really, really fun, and I feel spoiled for having it.
I thought you guys said it was like a 30-hour game.
That was a long time.
30 hours?
I'd say maybe
maybe
Dragon Quest 1 was a 30-hour.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like a 20 to 30, depending on what difficulty you have it on, I guess.
Okay.
It's just a lot of game, you know? Like, it's a lot of doing a classic RPG, walking around, and the screen wipes to black, and you fight monsters every 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. But it's fun. I had a great time. I don't know. Are the post-game bosses that aren't Zenlon, are they hard or no?
It's just him and Malrath.
I know who they are. Well, isn't there also the Dragon Lord's great-grandson?
Oh, I forgot about him. He's super not hard.
Okay.
Zenlon's way harder than him, yeah.
Yeah. I read online, like, you're supposed to kill Zenlon first, and I was like, alright, fine. It's freaking Zenlon, man. But yeah, so there's this thing that happens in this game, Griffin, where because it's like such an old school RPG, you kind of expect very predictable attack patterns, but specifically in Dragon Quest II, all of the bosses have like a desperation mode where they just speed up their attack speed and start using all their ultimate attacks after they're half health.
Pissy boss mode.
Huh.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of neat.
It's fun. I'll explain this soul sigil thing. So basically there is this supposed to be this like risk reward system where if your character goes below 50% health, they can use like souped up versions of attacks. As it turns out, there are other ways to activate those attacks. And the battles in the really late game and post game become all about like maximizing damage potential from these special hidden attacks, which is pretty cool.
It's a really cool addition to the games.
What's an example of when you wouldn't trigger it by being half health?
So every character has an alternative condition for triggering their attack souped up skills and their defensive souped up skills. So, for example, the main character has to have 2 stacks of defense up in order to use his defensive abilities, I think. And then in order to use his offensive abilities, he has to have... Do you remember offhand, Colin?
I can't even remember now.
Is it Focus Pocus? I don't know. He has to have something going
maybe,
on.
yeah. Each character was different. I can't remember what they are now. And it kind of doesn't help that you can play around and maybe figure them out, and then it kind of just expressly tells you at the end of the game after you beat it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Huh.
Or you just go on Reddit because you're like, teach me how to game this
Or you
system.
could
I
do
don't
that, yeah.
Teach me how to focus pocus. I'm having problems with my voodoo cuckoo clock. Help me, great-grandfather's dragon son.
I'm going to check right now. Yeah, it's Focus Pocus.
Is it?
So
Okay.
Focus Pocus is an ability that slowly restores your MP that is self-targeting. So if you use that, like, you can turn your, like, you know, like Dragon Slash into Double Dragon Slash, which is like 2 attacks in a row, or like Muster Strength, which like makes your next attack more powerful, becomes Muster More
Catch-up
Strength.
Or you could change Undead Undoer, which is really good, to Pearly Gates, which doesn't do critical damage to Undead anymore for some reason,
Yeah.
and screws you over.
Also, if you're holding Y, it turns... So there's this weird little quirk. So you hold Y, right? You can either hold Y when you select the attack, or you can hold Y when you're launching the attack. And because you've fought, like, thousands of battles, by the end of the game, you just have everything on ultra speed. So sometimes you'll just be holding Y to trigger your attacks, and you'll accidentally trigger someone else's attack because they get knocked below half health, and because it's a different attack, it fucks you.
Yep.
This happened a few times.
That sounds interesting.
It's a whole thing. You're not gonna... It'll never take for you, Griffin. I'm
I
sorry.
know. Yeah, no. I mean, I think when we talked last year, Dragon Quest 11, I think, is the one that I need to go play again.
That's the one you should play, yeah.
But you know what? It's going to be hard to find the time to squeeze that in amongst all the other games I'm playing, which includes... You mind if I take it away from here and talk about my game that I've been playing in 2026?
Go for it.
There's really only one to talk about. I mean, well, I want to talk to you guys about a little game called Arknights Enfield.
Okay, so literally, no joke, my colleague who knows nothing about video games and is in her 40s, her father is playing Arknights.
Wait, which one?
Oh no, sorry, not Arknight. He's playing Ark Raiders. Shit.
I also thought that's what he was talking about when he first told me about it.
Wait, so what's Arknights? I don't know, man. I'm old.
All right. Okay. Buckle up here. So there's a little game that came out this year called Arknights Endfield, which
Wait a minute. This is gacha, isn't it?
which is a gacha.
Fuck.
The thing to take note of is it is in the Arknights universe, and Arknights, the prior game was a phone game that was kind of like a tower defense focused game. From what I played of it, that seemed to be, the primary mode of interaction. Very, very, I think, story-driven visual novel with a lot of gating through tower defense and energy systems. But it was really, really, really well regarded for its character design. So the thing to take note of is they really embrace the furriness, the furrydom. So everything is
back. I was out up until now. Now I'm in.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's great design. Everybody is like a hybrid animal person.
Just the way I like it.
Lots of tails. Lots of lore about tails. So very cool.
Do they have the groundhog in it?
Oh, fuck, man. I'm afraid to Google that. So for the last couple of years, Arknights Enfield has been in beta or in some trial things and trying to ride the wave of the gacha scene right now, get its foothold in the gacha wars, and it launched this year, and its unique kind of introduction into the genre is a Factorio style construction line management, what is it called, factory sim portion of the game. So it's a third person character action game. with 4 characters, with an elemental system that is going to be your backbone of your gameplay, where you're walking through a open world map, doing puzzles or traversal activities or combats, and the combat is consisting of melee combat, and then manipulating the elemental system to do buttloads of damage and launching supers and stuff. So very much in line with the big 2 gacha games, third-person gacha games out there right now. We've got Genshin and Wuwa. So it makes itself distinct.
For the uneducated listener, Wuwa is also known as Wuthering Waves.
Now you know. So the unique part of it is the factory mechanic. But you may be saying, like, okay, what if I don't want to play a factory sim game?
I am saying that.
And I just want to get my beak wet on the entry point of like a new launch gacha game, get in good while the good's to get, and you're like, but I want to avoid this factory portion. Well, I felt the same way. And then I played it, and I was like, holy shit, do I like factory games? And the short answer is no, I don't. But Endfield does an amazing job of making the factory game make sense and make it have purpose. So if the appeal to you is not like make the most optimized factory and conveyor belt industrial line, if that's not appealing, that's okay, because there's a purpose to doing the things. Like, you can kind of slap your way through it and get the outcome that you want and fulfill the requirements, and it doesn't have to be the most optimal situation to get what you need. But one of the problems that Endfield is looking to address with gacha is like what to do with downtime, how to interact with game while I'm not playing game. So in other games, let's say Genshin, for example, or any of the Hoyo games, really, you're not playing, you're building up an energy mechanic that's...
You're doing your dailies.
Well, I mean, that's playing the game, but what are you doing when you're not playing the game? You're not playing the game.
When you're waiting for your resources to refill?
Exactly, yeah. So Endfield, Arknights Endfield, gamifies that by saying, when you're downtiming, your cookie clicker or your infinite paper clips are running, and you're building up these widgets, and these widgets could be, whatever, just like ore or gemstones or something like that you're mining. And when you log back in, you check in your factory, and your factory's produced this much of this material, and then you can use that material to craft new things like additions to your factory to get into the next tier of item creation or factory creation, or you're using it to create recovery items or buff items, like it's your cooking mechanic. And then it's also factoring into how you gear your characters. So there's only so much gear in the game, and the gear is all craftable using the outputs of your factory. So it's really cool because it really strips away kind of the pain in the ass grind of, oh god, I gotta run this fight 7 billion times to get the crit chance percentage rate that's statistically impossible. Instead, you just go to your factory, you produce the gear that you want, and then you feed it more gear from your factory to optimize some certain statistical points of it.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Let's say I want to gear out my character as well as I possibly can.
Uh-huh.
How many hundreds of hours does that take me?
It's a really...
I'm including wait time.
I know you're joking, but like it's a really astute question, Geoff, because one of the things that Endfield is battling is, how do you launch a gacha game when the algorithm, the playbook of gacha is so well defined that everybody who's going to pick up this game and stay with this game for any amount of time knows that that is a question that they want the answer to. Like, how can I get my facility to an optimal state so I can get to the end game content as quickly as possible, so I can start maxing my daily runs and getting the most optimal equipment type of thing. So what is actually done really nicely with Arknights is they have, I think, paced the progression in a very intelligent way, where there are multiple layers and multiple gates that you have to progress through, both in story, in tech tree, and in world exploration, that each one of those different meters progress at different rates that then changes your path and your ability to access those endgame contents at a different rate. So it feels like you're making quick progress to an endgame state by hitting multiple milestones quickly, but you have to fulfill multiple checkpoint milestones in order to kind of like raise the big boy bar all the way across the top.
Would you say, Griffin, that the checkpoint milestones become slowly ever more spaced apart? Perhaps pseudo-random in their frequency and delivery?
This could be a failure on my side of things in that I don't know how to read the Gantt charts and all the shit that they provide you, like, to check your progression rates, but like everything is made very clear, and there's
you know what truly fascinates me?
Yeah.
This works for you, but like gearing your character in Dragon Quest is anathema. Explain yourself.
What do you mean gearing my character in Dragon Quest is anathema?
This is so complex, man.
It is, and that's kind of one of the things that I would be so fascinated if one of you guys were to take a try at this, just to see what I would like to know what your feel is of playing this game from the outset, because I struggle with wrapping my head around everything that's happening because it's so much concentrated gacha getting blasted. And when I say gacha, that's shorthand for, multiple progression systems, multiple meters that need to be filled to make your characters bigger and badder and blah, blah, blah. It's so much getting thrown at you that I can't imagine being a new person going into this. But I would also have to put myself in a frame of mind where I don't have the history and the understanding of how, how the end game metagame is gonna shape up. So I wouldn't know what it's driving towards. So I guess I would be having a great time like I did in Genshin at the outset, where it's like, I'm just gonna go hit boars and explore the map to get my stamina up, and not really think about like what is gearing my character out to be the most optimal situation. So for a new character, it might be interesting because you just don't have the awareness of that. But for somebody who is, I think, Geoff, you would be kind of like an interesting case study of somebody who is acutely aware of those types of progression mechanics, but you're probably not on the pulse of it like I would be. So you would be kind of stuck in this awful middle ground of knowing that there's a whole shit ton to come and kind of feeling like extra overwhelmed by the...
I think this is what makes me fall off most gacha games, right? It's like they need endless engagement, so they have this end game content which requires you to just min-max your characters so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like at that point I just get so... I'm just like, why? Like, why bother? Like, this is what happened with me with Umusume, right? Like, I had a great time. It was very zeitgeisty. I put it on my Games of the Year list just because it came out and it was fun for a little while. But, like, then I'm like, I go to these pages and they're like, you fool. You foolish fool. Like, what were you doing? Like, you needed to spend your resources way differently.
Yeah.
This is way off meta. You need to build, you need to put so much time into building. And I'm just like, no, I don't care. I think I'm done forever. So, like, I've yet to find a gacha game that doesn't eventually capitulate to that sort of gameplay.
I think that's I think that may be a problem with the game design mechanic and you being too engaged with like the online metagaming discourse. Because I think if you were to remove that aspect of like reading the forums and finding those guides of how to be the most optimal, it would be a fine experience. You could play, especially if we take Genshin, for example, like the end game content, quote unquote, which just came into fruition last year, is something that is approachable and conquerable by anybody at almost any skill level. So like to
Is it still? Do they still have that tower where they have challenge rooms and you have to beat harder and harder challenge rooms?
Spiral Abyss is a cakewalk.
Really?
You can one shot it with you could there's clear rates with people beating it with one character. I mean it's becoming very low barrier of entry to do it. There's a couple other modes that they've introduced that are again, progressive fights, but have different nuances to them.
Aggressive fights. Not in my video games.
But they have added these things in which now have some pretty significant challenge levels. But again, like, you always have to ask yourself, what are you looking to get out of this game?
Yeah. I think it's hard for me. The other thing that I think makes it hard for me to stay engaged is, like, I don't feel like gacha games want you, the player, and this makes sense, of course. They don't want you, the player, to walk away for an extended period and then come back.
No.
They want you, the player, to be playing every single day.
Yes.
And that just makes me I get so resentful after a certain span of time where I'm just like, I don't want to give you my time anymore. I'm done.
I mean, with the game that requires infinite time, if you're not enjoying it, it's not going to get better the more time you put into it.
I hung on to Genshin for a while. I was having a good time with it, and then I was just like, I don't. There's too much pressure, man. I want to go on vacation and not worry about my days. Like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. Arknights also takes a very interesting. Arknights feels like it's a direct reaction to Genshin and Wuwa in certain aspects. So, like, to talk a little bit about the gacha mechanic, it is different in that no matter what you're pulling when you try and draw characters, you will always get a character. The banner for weapons and characters is not combined; they are separate. So and hold that thought. You are always drawing characters, so it's interesting because it's like I already have every character at this point, and I already have maxed out potentials or constellations of those characters because there's so few of them, and you're always drawing characters. And then the duplicate currency that you get in the game is used to then roll on the weapon banners, which also are very player friendly, where it's like if you roll 8 times on it, you're guaranteed to get the weapon out of it. That's the showcase one. So the gacha part in it seems very player positive. Like, it seems very intentional that you are going to get the things that are being offered. And there's just like countless ways to get good enough items too. Like, it's not like if you don't get the signature weapon, you basically have a dead character, or like it's adding in significant content. Like, the free versions or the mid-tier weapons are totally and well serviceable to hit that those needs and match up with the signature stuff. So it seems like a very strange tactic to take when you have a proven track record of what is successful, and for them to not go down that path and try something that is more player-centric and less focused on the predatory gambling side and the FOMO side of things, it is kind of strange to say.
Griffin, what platform are you playing this on?
I'm playing it on PlayStation 3 and the PC.
PlayStation 3?
PlayStation 5 and the PC.
The cell processor lives.
Yeah. What was it, 2 years ago they pulled Genshin off the PlayStation 4? And then possibly, it fell off the gacha charts for a little bit there.
Switch version coming any day now.
Yeah, that and the anime.
Switch 1 version.
Yep, exactly.
How do you respond to this Reddit comment posted January 22nd, 2026 that says, "Is it just me, or is Arknights Endfield a little bit, quote-unquote, boring?"
Uh-oh.
Okay, so that's a very valid concern. I would say the biggest problem with Arknights Endfield is the story. It's not great.
Okay. But can you go into it? How's the
Absolute. I mean, what can't you go into?
That's true.
But
You could have just said that in the beginning and like sold.
It's
You
kind
can
of
go
a
to
neat.
it. I'm good for a month.
It's kind of a neat. Like, okay, so if we talk Genshin, right? There's the four or the major elements in the game, and each element corresponds with one of the major lands, asterisk, and that's kind of the progression. Every year, you're going to go to a new land. You're going to meet the big daddy or big mommy of the land that represents the element. In Arknights, you're going from location to location to continent or whatever, and the vibe that it's giving is it's like each area is like representative of industry. So your starting continent, starting area is like the carbon age, like, so it's all focused on mining, and there's like the corruption and the blight that's talking about like organic matter and the breakdown of organic matter. And then the second area you get to is all about nuclear energy, and it changes the way that you interact with a factory, and the way that like the storytelling shifts around being more like, what would it be like if we were losing our nuclear power? So the first kind of area story-wise kind of boring, but really you're just, I mean, hanging on for your dear life to get through all the mechanics. And then the second area, it really does seem like we're turning up the storytelling to like, okay, now we're actually doing this. Now we're cooking here. It's a slow burn story-wise.
Unrelated question: has Genshin introduced delusions as a mechanic yet? We're getting real deep. That no listeners will understand what the hell I just said, but Griffin knows.
No. So
Okay.
No delusions have been introduced, but in the next month we'll be getting our first ever dual element character.
Ooh, will
Yes.
they have a delusion? Because aren't the delusions separate elements?
Delusion is now a very controversial subject, Jeff.
Some
Is
people
a
think
delusion.
God is talking to them.
The gaze of the gods. It is not a delusion. It is not. Delusions do not require you to have two abilities. What even is a delusion is complex. What is a vision is even complex at this point. There are characters that don't have visions besides the main character and the archons.
Is the video gamer? Do they have a vision?
The video gamer.
You know, the one that has the little crappily drawn computer sidekick.
Oh, yeah. No, that dude is just kind of boring, and they really missed the mark with doing anything interesting with that character.
So sad.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. Yeah, there's a whole fucking rabbit hole to go down about what that thing is and what it is as a video game. And anyway, Genshin's getting really good. So I'm excited to see this through into the next year, which then I think have made it pretty clear that will be the end of Genshin Impact, and then we'll be moving into Genshin Impact 2.
Whoa.
What does that mean?
Will they wind down their live service?
Absolutely not. No fucking way will they do that. Are you gonna fucking kill the golden goose? No. They're gonna figure out a way to keep everybody in on that. However, I'm really hoping that they do have some kind of separation there, so I can be free.
I see that Genshin made it onto your honorable mentions for Game of the Year, Griffin.
Every
God
year
damn
it gets better, man. It keeps
damn
getting
it.
better every year.
Hey, you know what's pretty good? Colin, have you tried out Dragon Quest VII yet, or were you scared off by the reviews?
No, so I just received my physical copy in the mail today before I came over to do the podcast. So
Is
I'm
it
going
a
to be
game-
doing that after the
game
podcast.
Key card?
The what?
Is it a game key card?
It is a PlayStation 5 disc. I hope there's a disc in there. I haven't opened it yet.
No, I'm sure there is. I'm playing on Switch too. Hey, I like it a lot. I understand that it's people have grievances with it because they cut a bunch of islands.
I've heard it's the original Dragon Quest 7 was.
Guys, I think I just woke up. I think I just went into a coma. What happened for the last 45 minutes? Did I start talking about gacha games?
Griffin, here's the thing.
Did I go
If
to my
we
fugue
have-
state about gacha games?
If we have a lull, Griffin, I'll play Arknights with you. Can we co-op it from the jump, or do I have to play it on my own like a dumb idiot?
I don't even think you could play co-op.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you would like this game, Jeff.
Okay, I'm not playing it then.
I don't think you should play.
Okay, if you're being
Arknights.
that way about it, then we're not touching that one.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was making a joke. Go ahead, talk about your.
Okay, Dragon Quest VII. Yes, a lot of Dragon Quest. Definitely a modernized experience. So the two grievances are this. Number one, they said they were streamlining the content of the game, and they were not kidding.
Okay.
A lot of sections of the game are much shorter. I never played the original, but I read about this online.
The original is a gigantically long game.
Yeah. So a lot of sections of the game are a lot shorter. Like sometimes like the dungeons will be, I think, reduced in length. I think some sections that were like lengthy segments involving multiple dungeons and stuff are just like bosses now. Most notably, a couple of locations are totally scrubbed from the game. I guess there was like a Groundhog Day where it's a Groundhog podcast this week.
They reset the island.
There was a Groundhog Day situation on one of the islands, and that island is gone, and people are sad about it.
Okay.
The other grievance is that people feel like it's not a true Dragon Quest game because there are like healing statues everywhere. So like before every boss, there's a healing statue. So you don't have to manage your resources in quite the same way that you would in other Dragon Quest games.
Yeah.
And
Getting
also,
worn down, going through the dungeon, you have to fight the boss. Yeah.
And also, if your character dies in battle, they come back with 1 HP after the battle's over, which is kind of a crime.
That's extremely anti-Dragon Quest.
There are
Sounds so
never any
convenient.
coffins following you around.
Yeah, the coffins. There's no. Oh boy.
I'm playing.
I hadn't read too much about it other than I knew it was made to be more of a concise experience.
Yeah. It's not going to rise to the heights of 1 and 2 for like deep series fans.
Yeah.
But I think on the heels of 1 and 2, it's kind of refreshing. And the hard mode is not. It's not piss easy. It's easier than 1 and 2 by far.
Yeah.
But it's not the easiest thing ever. People were complaining that in the default mode, like you don't even have to use buffs. But I find in hard mode, buffs still are good. You played the original all the way through, right, Colin?
Mm-hmm.
So I just reached the Roamer encampment. Well, I just finished the Roamer encampment. So I know what happens after that.
Okay.
So I'm coming to a relatively important moment, I suppose. I think it's good. I mean, you know, some people also feel that some of the emotional moments are a little bit dulled. I watched the thing with the robot. You know what I'm talking about? The robot in the...
With the...
suit.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool. I mean, it was sad. It's good. You know, I think it maybe lacks a little bit for soul, but I'm still having a good time with it, and I feel like there's probably not another way that I would play Dragon Quest VII. I did have the 3DS version, but I didn't get very far. It didn't grab me.
Oh, I forgot there was a 3DS version of it. Yeah. I never played... I played the PlayStation 1 version back in the day.
I think it's worth revisiting. Imagine it as like Bizarro Dragon Quest, right? Like it's a little different. It's got some trappings of Dragon Quest. In other ways, it's a different sort of RPG, but it's still your old friend.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, I was. There was nothing that was going to change my mind about playing it. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll see how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I'm very much a crotchety old Dragon Quest man. I like my Dragon Quest the same every time.
So
It makes me feel safe.
I don't know if you know this is getting in the weeds, but so in Dragon Quest, so not only do your characters, when they die, right, you have to like bring them back to a church and like pay to have them revived. Eventually you get revival spells.
Yeah.
But they're also kind of a pain in the ass because
they're not guaranteed.
The first few classes of revival spells are not guaranteed to work. So sometimes you'll exit a battle and just cast them over and over again, and your character won't come back to life. So in this game, you still have the revival spells, but they basically serve no purpose unless you revive someone in battle. Which
No more spamming Zing 14 times out of
people
combat.
feel some kind of way about that. I feel fine. It's fine. I think it's a little overblown, but you'll have to tell me what you think, Colin.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be
true
fine. I mean, it's just gonna be a little bit of a different experience, and that's okay. I know a lot of people were griping about the way it looked, and they didn't like the way the characters look now, and blah blah. And I think from what I've seen, I think it looks really nice.
I feel like the characters in that game have always looked weird as hell.
Well, even back then they were. It was a weird.
Like Kiefer looks like the weirdest human on Earth.
He's got the most massively proud chin.
Griffin, you should look up Dragon Quest VII Kiefer and just be like, ugh?
I'm looking it up.
It's something that had to grow on me.
They did yassify my boy when he gets older, because
De-assify?
I guess yassifying is not making him look old, but they zaddied him. That's what they did to him.
Okay.
They zaddied him up. Yeah.
Boy, Kiefer looks like the
That boy ain't
Shrek,
right.
like a character from Shrek, like the king.
Lord
Farquaad.
Farquaad, yeah.
Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad looking ass. Yeah, I agree.
He does look like that.
That's fair. Actually, that's fair.
I think Maribel also looks weird. I don't know. It's fine, but I like it. I feel like, again, I'm having a good time with it. I'm just enjoying it for what it is. Some people are concerned that because Hexadrive is the developer on this game, and they're also making Dragon Quest XII, that DQ12 will be pretty dumbed down, but I don't think that's the case.
Who knows what Dragon Quest XII is going to be?
True enough. Will it be?
I still look at my title screenshot from 4 years ago sometimes. Just wondering. Yeah, I don't know.
I never played through Dragon Quest VIII. I'm curious if that will be announced sometime soon.
I think they're gonna. I imagine they're gonna do the 4, 5, and 6 trilogy and kind of the HD 2D, and then maybe another reimagining with Dragon Quest VIII.
I low-key want to play those games on DS just because I still have my DS and they are kind of cool and beautiful in a way on that system.
Dragon Quest V is an all-time banger.
Yeah.
4 and 5, really.
I'm sure there'll be HD 2D releases for all of them, so I'll display them there.
Yeah.
Wait,
Really, really solid.
do all the Dragon Quest VII reimagined characters look like they are Clash of Clans ads? Oh, they do. Holy cow.
They're some of the weirdest Akira Toriyama was cooking something, and it wasn't. It was a strange brew, is what it was.
It was meth.
Yeah, he looked like he got served up too many fake ads for fake video games in between his scrolling, his doom scrolling.
The most prominent female character, Maribel, people hate her so much.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one with the bonnet or the one with the black hair?
Yeah,
the one with the bonnet.
I hate her. I hate her immensely.
She's a snob. She's a snobby type, but she's much more. I think she's been tamped down a little bit in Reimagined, so she's less of an asshole.
She was a nasty bitch in the original game. I said it.
Nasty woman.
I'm not taking it back.
But yeah, it's. I think so. Dragon Quest VII is like probably one of the weirder entries in the series. They definitely were going for something. So Griffin, the basic loop of this game is: you're on this island, you think it's the only island in the world, and then your characters, through various plot contrivances, start finding these tablets that they can piece together to form new islands. And the way it works is you visit this island, you teleport to the island, and you learn later that you're going to the past. Mm-hmm. And then you fix a problem on that island, and then it shows up in the present, and you go back to the island in the present and kind of see how it's changed.
Oh shit, this sounds like Lost. All right, I'm in.
You collect more tablets, and then the process begins again. You go to a new island. And eventually you're filling out the entire world map. And then I think once you've done that, there's an ending story that coalesces.
When do you find out why the polar bears are on the island?
According to a website I looked at, they're like, we explain the polar bears.
Yeah, they kind of did. Yeah. But I don't know about Dragon Quest.
Yeah. But anyway, the thing that I think makes this game challenging is that there's just a lot of repetition. Like, you really have to kind of commit to what they're doing. like, oh, I'm going to go to this island twice, and it's going to be moderately different each time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm into the loop. It's a fun loop. And, there's, like, side islands. Like, I went to my first side island pretty early on. And it's cool. It's a fun game.
We'll be able to do all the rest of the islands for $4.99 in DLC format later.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
So,
go ahead.
just going to ask here, time check. Let's pivot here and talk about the other kind of new game that came out this year, which is fucking weird. The theme of the year seems to be weird-ass weird games so far. Because Collin and I played 2XKO.
Oh, yeah.
And that game is a weird fighting game.
With my sweet boy Braum.
Yeah. So League of Legends decided to make a tag fighting game using the All-Stars from League of Legends.
It looks pretty.
Yeah, it is. It is a really cool looking game. So they produced this fighting game. It's a tag game, if that means anything. 2v2. Collin and I. It's free, which is also cool. So anybody can go pick it up, play. Collin and I played it. Collin, what were your thoughts of our time besides Braum is cool?
My thoughts are that 2XKO is an incomprehensible mess until you select the fighting style where you're just one dude instead of swapping characters in, and then it becomes a pretty fun fighting game.
we found the mode that basically is like the no items in Smash mode, where it
disables your tag team character.
It turns off tag functionality, and it's just a 1v1 fighting game, and it makes sense and is actually pretty good.
I was like, I can kind of figure out what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Instead of just slapping the controller like a toddler and hoping that,
yeah,
that whatever's happening on screen turns out in my favor.
It sounds like it's not doing well.
That wouldn't really surprise me.
They laid off half of their development team.
Oh, that's
4
not
hours
good.
ago as the story just dropped.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Well,
Womp womp.
I mean, we played it for a night, and then I played a matchmaking session online.
Real quick, would you say the controls are somewhat arcane?
He's on the word!
I get it.
Would you say playing it was a riot?
I don't get that one.
It's
Don't
kind
know
of
anything about
it's
it.
kind of like a
League of
fighting game
Legends.
that you could have bought on Temu. Remember that character, Collin?
Who?
Temu?
What? Oh my god. Little squirrel man.
Yeah, so we used our free currency fight bucks or whatever that came with just being a day one person or whatever to get a character who is like what looked to be like a joke Yoda style character who's this tiny little like squirrel man, maybe a groundhog one might even say, and it's just a fucking just bonkers ass item character that's throwing shit around, and it was a good time.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now that
I
you
wouldn't
mentioned
recommend
squirrels,
playing this game.
You reminded me that I want to buy the Suikoden remake. Isn't there a bunch of squirrels in that game?
There is, yeah.
Suikoden is cool.
Yeah, but again, we played the 2XKO. It's an incomprehensible tag fighter. I don't know. I still had fun playing it, but we really had to bend the rules to do a not tag. Oh, and when I played online against the real life idiots, I also turned the mode on for myself, so I was only one character and just trounced the one person I played's ass. So I was like, okay, this seems to be the way to play this game.
You beat up poor little Timmy.
Did not stand a chance.
He's not elite like you are.
No.
It sounds like I won't be playing it because by the time I remember to download it, it will have been discontinued.
It's gonna be gone.
Yeah, the theme of the year, right? That and Highlands, or what was it?
Who is Highguard? Already dead?
Highguard. Yeah.
It died.
I mean, I think it
It
died
can't
last
be
year
far
after
off.
the Game Awards announced it.
Poor Geoff, man.
Concord 2.
An unenviable job to be like, oh yeah, this is a good one.
I mean, he fucked up, man.
I really thought for a moment that it was just a first-person shooter, single-player game. And I was like, this is kind of cool. And then I realized it was a team hero shooter, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I hate it.
Hero slop.
I'll try and look it up and remind myself what was that first-person magic shooting game that came out, I think, in the last 2 years. It was like, oh, this is actually kind of a unique take on puzzle-solving first-person shooter stuff that doesn't have any multiplayer.
Called?
It was like
It was like a Valve.
Canum.
It
Had a dumb name like that, like Arcade.
Avernum, right?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I played it. It was fun-ish.
Not Avernum. I was wrong. It's something else.
Okay,
I'll get there.
I'm
Stand
sold
by.
on what it was. If you were looking to look it up. But yeah, this Highguard, I didn't touch it, and I probably missed the window to actually play it. Nor do I want to play it. Geoff Keighley fucked up bringing in a PvPvE game when he should have just stuck to his guns and brought in another gacha game to show off.
Or just did another Muppet segment and called it good.
Did we all
Muppet
expect
stand.
that Geoff Keighley would imply that he had intercourse with Miss Piggy? Or is that a surprise to you guys too? Also,
I had that on my betting application.
It was called Immortals of Avium.
There it is. Thank you.
Geoff each year is slowly making us more and more comfortable with the fact that he's having sexual relations with the Muppets.
Eventually,
Until we're just like, that's probably just normal Geoff.
Listen,
Eventually
having
the
sex with
show's-
upholstery is in right now.
It's true. It's the American way. Eventually, the show's going to open with him just in a bed with Miss Piggy.
Oh no!
Yeah, and pot guy's gonna come rolling in. What?
Hey, you know it's actually a good multiplayer game that I just want to plug real quick, even though it's old. You should play UFO 50 and just filter by the multiplayer games.
Okay.
So Jamie randomly visited me towards the end of the year last year. I found out like a week in advance of the trip. And we played a lot of UFO 50 because it was cold out. And it was really fun. There's some wacky multiplayer games in that collection.
It's local.
Yeah.
How many of the 50 are multiplayers?
I don't recall. A good number, like 20 or so.
Damn.
Yeah, like you can play them single player, but they have multiplayer modes. How many UFO 50 games?
Any notable ones that...
There was a
Take
really fun mini golf game, or like mini golf style game that we both really enjoyed.
Are they like micro games like WarioWare, or is this... or do they have depth?
They have some depth. This was like, there was only a single course in this one, but the one that we were really having fun with, so there were two. It was Mortal, Mortol, and Mortal 2. And both of these games involve sacrificing characters to open paths and do things. The first game is like your characters, you can either launch them forward like a missile to destroy obstacles and create platforms. You can have them explode, or you can have them do something else that I don't remember anymore. And you have like a set number of lives, and you have to get through stages as a team. And then the second game had like different classes that you can, like, basically you're just pumping out warriors one at a time, and there's like a huge map that you're moving through, and you can use these different warriors. There's different types. There's like ninjas that can throw shurikens, and I can't remember what happens when they die. They all have sacrifice like ultimate attacks. There's one that can there's a bomber that he can't use any attacks, but he can just blow stuff up as a sacrifice move. There's like an engineer that can drop ammo refills. There's a soldier that can turn himself into stone. And you use all these different things to like create platforms and find new ways through the map and reload your character's ammo because they have limited ammo reserves. And you have to like get into a castle. And Jamie and I played through that game like 3 or 4 times just trying to get to the end. And we could not get there, but it was really, really fun. You have 99 lives for that game.
Oh,
And,
cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Both of those are really great. There's like, you know, like your Civ style game. There's involving dinosaurs and the magic raptors and some. I don't know. It was wild. There's all kinds of cool stuff. And there was a betting game. There's a horse racing game where you can pay someone to poison the other person's horse. It was pretty wild. Would recommend. They're all like, you just launch a game and just kind of see like, does it vibe or not?
Cool.
And a lot of them just don't have instructions. You have to just kind of figure it out as you go. But really fun.
Switch 2? Or what were you playing?
Switch 1. I mean, you could also play it on PC or any other platform, but it launched on Switch, and that's where we played it.
Gotcha. Okay. No up-res version.
No, but it doesn't need one at all.
I bet it's available on PlayStation 5.
I think it is. 25 of them, by the way, feature 2-player multiplayer.
Huh.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're really fun. Would recommend. I feel like I kind of slept on UFO 50 despite grabbing it, and it's a great game. I think it came out in 2024, so I can't put it on my best of list.
It does look like it's only available for the PC and Nintendo Switch, so that's weird.
There are a couple of games that did that.
2024 game. Huh.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2025, but...
I think it came out on PC in 2024. Let me check. Yeah, 24. September 18th,
Switch,
2024.
August 2025. Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a 2025 game. Make of it what you will. But
Have you touched the Grimstone? I think I've heard people speak highly of that.
I have. I played a lot of Grimstone. Very good. Like, choose your own classes, RPG, like standard RPG, 4-player party. Lots of, like, big world to explore. Like a 15-hour game. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's just one of 50. It's a crazy game. Would recommend. Oh wait,
What a
I'm mixing
value.
up. I'm mixing up Grimstone. Is Grimstone the dungeon crawler?
I don't know. All I know is there's like an RPG game that's in it that is, I think, Grimstone, that is well regarded.
Yeah.
Like, could be a game in and of itself.
That I think Grimstone might be the one I'm thinking of. Let me check.
Okay. While you're checking on that, I think this is a good place to put a pin in this episode and step away for a sec and then come back and do another recording. You take a look behind the curtain here. We're going to knock out our Game of the Year episode here in a sec. But yeah, we wanted to talk a little bit about the 2026 games that we were playing because it's already February and a lot has happened in more ways than one. So Geoff, while you're checking that out, I'll just do some closing remarks here. Thank you for listening to Boss Sparrow Radio. Thank you to our Patreons for paying real-life dollars to this. So super cool that you folks are doing that.
In this economy?
Yeah, exactly, right? In this economy. Hey, you know
Those
what?
are home
you know
buying dollars. Well, not really.
You know what we're
Nobody's
not
buying
doing
home.
and we're committed to? There will never be an AI host on this show. That's where your dollars can guarantee that. And also, I will never increase the Patreon prices of any of the tiers. So
Wow.
enjoy that freedom and commitment, anti-tariff here at Boss Sparrow Radio.
If you pay for us, you'll be handing us less money in real dollars every time.
That's exactly. Okay, Geoff, did you find what you're looking for?
It is, in fact, Grimstone. Great game.
Oh, thank God.
Anyway,
Okay, we can all rest easy.
we can.
Okay, well, we'll be back talking more about video games throughout the course of the year, hopefully knocking this thing out on a monthly basis or even more. But thanks for listening. I've been Griff Hoffmann, and with me has been Geoff Brewer.
Yeah.
Colin Connett.
Me.
Let's see here. Keep on trucking because the road of life isn't toll free.
Okay, you said you weren't doing it.
Oh,
Oh no! Did that kind of did sound like AI. Okay.
No, there was no M dash, as far as I
Oh
can
yeah,
tell.
yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.